So here we have a 2014 Mazda CX-5. It's got the 2.2 diesel engine and roughly 95,000 miles on the clock. So the vehicle's recently had an MOT, and during the inspection it was noted that one of the anti-roll bar drop link rubber boots had a small split in it. So we're going to go ahead and replace that link today. So it's a good idea to speak to the owner of the car while they're about and find out where the locking wheel nut key is. Most people keep it in the glove box or in with the spare wheel, but occasionally they're tucked away in all different places. I'm just going to go ahead and crack these wheel nuts loose while it's still on the floor. Right, we'll get this up halfway in the air and start stripping it down. There's the drop link. It's looking a bit muddy and rusty. So these, one of the, oh there it is, it's got a split there. Oh, and the bottom one's, well, it's coming out by the looks of it. Thing is, these, as you can see, quite dirty and rusty. They're open to the elements, so they can be a real pain to undo. You're supposed to put an Allen key in the end to hold the threaded part still and use a spanner on the nuts, but I'm pretty certain that Allen key, if it goes in there, is only going to round out, so we'll have to try and get it off some other way. It's already destroyed anyway, so I've got the new parts here. So this, I'll definitely use an Allen key in there and a spanner on here to do it up. I'm going to start with just giving this a bit of a brush off. I think I'm going to struggle with this. Fortunately, I've got the impact gun there, so I'll have a go with that first. Got a bit of penetrating oil there. If you've got the time, it's a good idea to just spray some of that on and let it soak and reapply. Leave it for 15-20 minutes, and that does work into it and help release things. Clearly you wouldn't put mole grips on a new one because it will rip the rubber boot, but being as this is destroyed and I'm going to try and remove it the easiest way possible, I'm going to give this a go first, although I don't hold up much hope for it, unfortunately. Well, that was quite a surprise. It has come loose. Obviously the bottom nut, it's exactly the same fixing on the bottom, but I'm not going to be able to get a gun in there, so I will have to use a spanner on that one. wrong way. Helps if you go the right way. See if I've got a longer spanner. Where that's gone. Might be able to fit my ratchet in there. Oh, I think it's going now. That's it. It looks like the anti-roll bar is trying to pull it up at the moment, so I'm just going to see if I can put a bit of pressure on here to hold it down. Oh, that's it. Slide that out. Take those grips off and get that side out. And yeah, as you can see, the mole grips have torn that rod open. There's only really that little bit there to get a hold on. So we'll get the new one and put it back together. Right, let's get this lined up. I think I've got the right size Allen key kicking around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so the Allen key we will use to hold the stud still. Might be able to twist it to help aid do up the nuts. So this part is actually an aftermarket part. It's not a genuine Mazda part, but wherever you go, as long as you've got your registration number, your factor or your main agent will be able to identify which part's correct for your vehicle. I think a genuine one of these links was around about £50 plus the VAT. Whereas this aftermarket one comes in at about half that price. And it's got the same warranty on it, so we'll give this a go. I'm expecting that stud to start turning at some point, but I'll see how much we can get done up. Oh, there it goes now. Not much. It's nice and tight. Okay, I'll carry on and do the bottom one. Obviously that's going to take a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to see, but as you've seen, it's exactly the same fixing as at the top. ratchet on here, extra bit of leverage, make sure they're nice and tight. So the most common problem with these drop links that I've come across is that they create a really annoying rattle noise whenever you go over any undulation in the road, any small lumps and bumps. If one of the ball joints is excessively worn, and what I usually do, if both wheels are off the ground, it's no good doing it with just one off the ground because the anti-roll bar will hold it either up or down. But if you've got them both off the ground, I normally get hold of the anti-roll bar near the bottom of the drop link and push it up and down. And if either of those have play in it, you'll get a little donk, donk, donk. Or you can get hold of the drop link and pull it away from the anti-roll bar. Just push it and pull it backwards and forwards. Same with the top. And you'll be able to feel and see if the ball and socket is worn. Just going to do these up gently with the gun. We drop it down on the floor and double check the tightness. So the vehicle's back down on the ground now. I just want to make sure these are nipped up, not too tight, especially with the locking wheel nut. Of course, you will find there are tightening torques for wheel nuts, and if you've got a torque wrench to hand, that's great. But you just got to be sensible, nip them up. I would imagine wheel bolts to be somewhere around the 100, 120 Newton metre kind of range. That's it. All that's left now, like most jobs I do, I'd like to take them for a little run around the road and just have a listen, make sure there's no knocks or rattling, which there shouldn't be because I know for sure the fixings are done up tight. Well, thanks for watching. Hopefully the video's been of some help for you, and if it has, please consider hitting like and subscribe. It will help our channel out no end. Cheers.